Hey everybody, Charlie Stevens here. Thank you so much for joining me for another guitar lesson. So recently we learned a couple of new chords. We learned the C major chord and the A minor chord. We also learned the C major scale. Okay, so the C major chord and the A minor chord, I mentioned in the video for C that it's kind of similar to A minor. The shapes are very similar. They share a lot of the same notes. So that's true for the chord, but it's really true for the scale. So the key of A minor shares the exact same notes as the key of C. Okay? So this is A natural minor, by the way. There are a few other flavors of minor, and we're going to need to be total theory geeks by the time we get into unpacking why the natural minor is actually not even the most common one. But it is the best place to start, I think, because it really shows you how everything works. And we call it the natural minor. From a theoretical point of view, I think it's sort of the main type of minor, but from in actual practice, it's not. But again, that's theory nerd territory, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, we're just going to learn the A natural minor scale. So the A natural minor scale, as I said, has all of the exact same notes as the C major scale. Yeah, kind of weird, but basically we start in a different note of that collection of pitches and we get a different scale. Okay, so this is related to the concept of modes. We could actually do that and choose any note from that collection of notes as a starting point and start there, and we would get something called a different mode. So this scale has a modal name as well. It can be called the Aeolian mode, but really it's easier to think about it as the natural minor scale, which is how we'll be thinking about it today. But this is sort of an introduction to modality as well, because we're taking the same collection of notes that we had in C major, and we're able to take those exact 7 notes and make them sound different. Okay, so that's a basic understanding of what modality is. But this is also known as the relative minor because they're related. They have all the exact same pitches. Okay, so A is a great one because it's the first letter of the alphabet, so it actually makes it really easy. So if you remember from our C major scale video, the C major scale has all of the natural note names but none of the sharps and flats. So that is also true for the A natural minor, but it's just a little easier because this time we get to go in order of the alphabet, right? So we're going to start on A. And now if you've been following along with this channel, we've been learning all of our strings systematically and how to read them in music and things like that. And we've recently learned about the 5th string, the A string. So that's where we're going to start the scale, right on our open A string. Okay, now does A have a sharp after it? Yes, so that means we're not going to play the 1st fret because that is the note A sharp. Okay, we do not have the note A sharp in an A natural minor scale. We only have the natural note names, just like in the key of C major. Okay, so we'll start with A. We don't have an A sharp, we know that, so we have to go to the next letter of the alphabet, which is B, obviously, and that's going to be here on the 2nd fret. Okay, does B have a sharp after it? It doesn't. And we know from our notes on the 5th string video that this note right here on the 3rd fret is C. This is where we started our C major scale. So if you're familiar with that, it's almost like we just added these 2 notes below it. And now we're on C. Now we're going to continue through the pattern we learned from C because they share notes. So after C, the next letter in the alphabet is D, just like how we played D on the open string of D. In the C major scale, we can do that in A minor too. Okay? Next, what do we need? E, right? D sharp would be here. We don't need that one, so we go find E on the 2nd fret. E does not have a sharp, so that means the next note is F. And that's what we need right here. And then, after F comes G. We can play that on the open string. And after G, we start over the alphabet at A, which is not on the 1st fret because that's G sharp, so it must be here on the 2nd fret. Okay? Another octave jump between A and this A. Okay, great. So, we have A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, A. Notice there's a pattern here. We have open string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. Open string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So that's a little mini pattern. Then we have open string again, 2nd fret, and it ends there. Okay, so you can use that little pattern as a way of remembering what notes to play. I'd really also like you to do this process that we just did together, where you're saying the names of the notes out loud. Not only will you be learning the way to play an A natural minor scale if you do this, but you'll be really helping build great connections in your brain to know which notes are which on your fretboard, which is an undertaking that takes a very long time and is very important. So you want to start making steps in the right direction as early as you can, in my opinion. A, B, C. So I'm really looking at the notes as I say them to really burn that in. D, E, F, G, and A. A, G, F, E, D, C, B, and A. Strum a nice A minor chord too, so you can kind of play around with this scale. Very fun thing to play, I think. Okay, so I'm going to present this in standard written notation so you can see what these notes look like on the page and you can get used to that. And also you can use this exercise of knowing it's all the natural notes, go find them. And as a test. So I'm not going to present this in chord diagrams, but later when we learn different scales in different places of the neck, we definitely will. But as a challenge, you have to use either this video where we do them slow together, or you have to use the process of just looking for all the natural notes in open position, or you have to read the music. Okay? So that's the little challenge for you for this one. All right, well, great job. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.